So just thinking about the last time you booked a flight online, could you tell me the scenario?
My husband and I are going for a holiday to Sweden. We're planning on seeing his cousin who lives there with his fiancée in Stockholm, and we're also planning on taking the ferry across to Finland so we can see the family for a couple of days whilst then coming back to Stockholm and flying home from there.
Okay.
I was initially looking at flying first to Stockholm and then flying home from Finland, but that would have been very expensive, so we decided to just do sort of fly back from Stockholm.
Okay, fair enough. Now, when you booked the flight, was it purely the flight, or did you book anything else on top while doing that?
We just booked the flight on its own. I booked accommodation and the ferries, but through sort of separately, but to do with the same trip.
Okay, fair enough. So when booking that particular flight, what's the most important consideration? Price, dates, something else entirely?
That's tricky because it depends. Price really matters, which means we can usually be a little bit flexible about the dates if the price works out.
Okay.
But at the same time, these days, because of environmental considerations, I try to look for direct flights because most of the emissions happen when the flight is taking off or sort of landing. So cost is probably the most important here. But obviously, since the husband shifts are not very flexible, we kind of have to work within those parameters.
That's fair enough, yeah. Okay. So, who did you fly with in the end? Who will you be flying with, rather?
Norwegian.
So, did you go directly to their website in the end?
I did, yes. We went through Momondo and checked the flights, and then figured through the website it's often cheaper to add the bag in their website than to go through, as I said, a third party who then adds the bag, and then you can make sure it's actually a set booking.
Okay.
So,
how do you find Norwegian Airlines booking experience?
I didn't find it as annoying as some.
Okay.
It's a budget airline, and when you book budget airlines, you end up seeing a lot of pop-up ads, and then you just have to make sure you tick the box that says no thank you, which is a sort of hiding in the corner with a very, very hidden font.
Okay.
Which is a tad frustrating, but since I know my way around those websites, it was fine.
Okay. How do you usually check in?
I check in online.
Do you use your smartphone at all during the process of going to the airport and getting on the flight?
I tried it once and I hated it.
Okay.
Okay.
And which airline was that?
I wonder which one it was. It might have been Finnair, but the problem was that the flight was delayed, and Edinburgh Airport only gives you 2 hours of free internet, and I had the pass on my phone, and then I think I turned it off or something, turned it back on, and had to access the pass again, but then I didn't have a Wi-Fi connection, and then I didn't have data or something. I don't remember what the problem was, but I was also running out of battery, so it was just too complicated. I decided to just print the form out every single time as a backup, even if I try to faff around with my smartphone. But I'm a bit of a Luddite. I don't like to use my smartphone for that sort of stuff.
Okay.